Okay, so I am recording now.
Okay.
So the first thing, as you probably remember, were these different activities, and to what extent you would be able to do those. And just for me to repeat, it's on a scale of 1 to 10, and if you say 10, you can do it perfectly, no problem at all. And if you say 0, no way. There's no way you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so the first activity you need to give a number to between 0 and 10 is to teach yoga for 6 hours.
Okay, maybe 7.
And the next one is 3 hours of walking.
Mm, 8.
Yeah. And then we have 4 hours at a restaurant with 10 new people.
2 hours. Um,
4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. And then we have shopping mall for 3 hours.
7.
Yes. And then we have writing at the computer for 2 hours.
10.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
All right, Angelica.
Yeah.
Okay, but so far so good. Quite a lot of improvements. So awesome, very good. It's actually it's 38. That like the total is 38 now. The maximum you can get is 50, and when we started all the way back, the total was 14. So it's almost not quite 4 times, but like 3.5 times better. There's quite a lot of background noise. I don't know if there's something going on in the background.
Hmm. I
No.
don't know.
Okay, never mind. Okay, but that's awesome, Angelica.
Yeah.
Really good. So I mean, yeah, writing on the computer for 2 hours, you were only able to do that at a 3, and now you can give that a 10. So that's fantastic. That's really good.
Yes. And
Um,
also the yoga classes.
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
teaching yoga, it was 3 when we started, and now it's 7. So also fantastic. And 3 hours of walking was 2 when we started. Now it's 8.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
Fantastic.
yeah, so that's awesome. So you're definitely improving. So the next part were your top 3 worst symptoms the last week.
Tinnitus, pain in the back of my head, and insomnia.
All right. Okay. All right, and then we have the individual symptoms, and again it's a number between 0 and 10, but 0 it's the other way around. So 0 means I haven't had that in the last week at all, and 10 means it's really bad. It cannot
Okay.
get worse than that. So the first one is pain in the back of the head,
Mm, 7.
and the next one is pain behind the ear,
Um, 4.
and pain in the temples,
Temples. Mm, 4.
and pain in the forehead,
0.
and pain on top of the head.
0, I think.
Yes. Actually, I'm just having an issue with Excel again. No, let's. I'll do that afterwards. 0, yeah, and pain in the back teeth,
0.
and pain in the jaw,
Mm, 1.
and pain in the eyes,
Mm, 0.
and pain in sinus pain,
Here, just here.
inside, Like, yeah.
Oh, maybe 2.
And pain inside the ear.
6. No, pain here, I think it's 0.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. 0.
And pain inside the ear.
5, 6.
Yeah. So quite a lot of pain inside the ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Oops. And eyes. You had no pain. Is that right?
No pain.
Yeah. Okay.
In the
Good.
eyes.
Yeah. And then throat pain inside the throat.
Yes. Maybe not exactly throat, but all the area. Maybe 5, 6.
Yeah. And pain in the chest.
3.
And pain in the neck.
6, 5.
And pain in the upper back. So just below the neck area.
4, 5.
5, yeah. And pain between the shoulder blades.
0.
Yeah. And pain in the middle of the back.
4.
And pain in the lower back.
4.
Yes.
5.
Yeah, 5. And pain on top of the shoulder, or yeah, this area here.
Straps?
Yeah, like this area up here on the shoulder.
Maybe 3.
And pain on the side of the shoulder.
0.
And pain in the upper arm.
0.
Yeah. And pain in the lower arm.
0.
And pain in the wrist and hands.
0.
And then we have the various symptoms, and the first one is feeling disturbances, first in the arms.
0.
Yes, and then in feeling disturbances in the hands and fingers.
Yes, maybe 3.
And then we have tinnitus.
Oh, 10.
Yeah. So still quite a lot. Yeah. And then we have sensitivity to sounds.
3.
And then we have sensitivity to light.
2.
And trouble inhaling.
0.
And trouble swallowing. Feeling of not swallowing properly.
No, 0.
Yes. And watery eyes. Eyes watery, so eyes.
No.
No.
0.
And clicking of the jaw, or mechanical moving issues with the jaw.
Yeah, when I open my mouth, maybe, I don't know, 5.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, yeah. And nausea.
4.
And I don't know, is somebody like banging with a hammer?
No, it's just a knife.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds.
Okay.
No, not a hammer.
Okay. Okay.
It sounds too much, but it's just a knife.
Yeah, okay.
Salvador is cooking
okay.
breakfast.
And then dizziness and balance disturbances.
Yes, dizziness. 5.
Yes.
4.
Yeah. And irritation.
And balance. It's hard to say. Maybe 3.
Yeah, actually, it's one symptom. It's just called dizziness and balance disturbances.
Okay. 5.
5?
Yes, because I'm. Yeah, dizziness.
Yeah. And irritation of the eyes.
1 or 2, maybe it's pollution.
And and droopy eyelids.
What is that?
It's like your eyes wanting to fall down.
No.
No?
0.
All right. And irritation in the nose.
Maybe 2 or 3.
Yes. And trouble turning the head.
2.
Mm-hmm.
A little pain.
Yeah. And visual disturbances, and I have blitz feeling.
2.
Yes. And a feeling of living in jelly or living in a dream.
1 or 2. 2.
Yeah. And stomach problems.
Yes, 5, maybe 4.
And then we have inability to concentrate.
0.
Yes. And inability to sleep or poor sleep.
Inability to sleep. Maybe 5 the last week.
Yeah. And stress or anxiousness.
Maybe 4, 5.
Yeah. 5, yes. And then we have tiredness or a lack of energy.
3.
All right. Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay. So that's actually from when we started, your total reduction is now 43% drop in symptoms.
Good.
Yeah, it's really good. And I thought when I was doing the list, I actually thought it didn't drop as much because actually you've scored some of the things you've scored very much higher than you usually do. So for example, pain in the back of the head. The first time we did this, you said 5, and last time you said 0, but today you say 7. Yeah. So and pain behind the ear, the 2 prior times you said 0 and 0, and today it's 4, and then temples behind the ear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's you just went through a period where your neck was quite messed up. So it makes sense, and also pain inside the ear. Actually, the first time you did a list here, you said 2, and then you said 5 last time, but you said 6 now, and throat pain is also higher than 6. But overall, it's quite a lot of. So I think these are just like some fluctuations in your symptoms, and I think the fact of the matter is that since we started, your symptoms have almost gone 50% down. Not quite, but almost. And your activity levels have really increased a lot.
Yes.
A lot. So
I'm
that
happy
is
for that.
yeah. So that's, and I mean, it's yeah. That's super good. So all in all, it looks really, really good, and I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen. Like in the next couple of months. I think yeah, it will be really, really, really exciting, and I think it won't be very long before you get like a 75% reduction. So
I wish.
Yeah.
I'm going to massage all the time.
Like a maniac, yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Angelica, this is perfect. So I will stop the recording.